Listen, I really love this franchise, but not all the games are created equal. Just because I have some very special memories associated with Resident Evil doesn't mean that I am blind to some of the crap associated with this franchise. And I own several crap games, and have played them at least once willingly. Now, there were several that were up for this season, and all of them have a reputation that precedes them. Well, the first idea I had was Resident Evil Survivor, but I kind of feel like that one's a little overdone and may come up in a later season. The next one was Operation Raccoon City, and that one is talked about a lot still to this day for how bad it is. But I wanted to take it one step further, so we are talking Umbrella Corps. I don't know why I was so into saying it like that. So here are the rules. We will grade the game on several categories: gameplay, presentation, story, and lastly game feel, and then stack them against the current champion. The Buxom Babes of Onechanbara Bikini Zombie Slayers soundly beat out Fester's Quest and Jaws Unleashed for the title, but we will see how they handle this game. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy the gameplay for this title. There isn't much to it. In fact, you run around and shoot zombies, get ammo, and do whatever the game tells you to do for the objectives. Listen, I know this game is hated completely by fans and reviewers, but you can't tell me the gameplay in this is horrible. Sure, it's not the best feeling game ever. There are a few things that feel weird and it is missing some things, like a jump button, or the ability to vault over things when up against the half wall. Maybe there was, and I just don't know, but it felt weird. Now, I played the single player. That's right, there is a single player portion of this game. Now, I tried to get some multiplayer games going, and no one else plays this game. At the time of writing, there's exactly no one playing this title. This kind of sucks because I would have loved to see what this would have been like with other people. That's a massive blow to this game, and a major selling point of the game is now basically useless. People never gave this game a chance, so they don't get to see how good it actually looked. This isn't a joke like my Manhunter and Jaws Unleashed video either. The UI is decent for an RE game, which is not something you can really say a whole lot. The graphics during the gameplay look really good for a throwaway side title. Instead of getting the classic voice for Resident Evil, they decided to go a different direction for this game, and this doesn't work at all.
Umbrella Corps.
See? It sounds awful. Like almost laughably bad. Not a joke, but when I heard it again after 2 years of not even thinking of this game, I almost started to laugh. There's several little things like that. Like how they hold the pistol so close to the face just looks kind of doofy. I understand there's some tactical stances where the pistol is relatively close, not fully extend. This is weird. I was surprised on how well the zombies looked when I first played this game for an event I called the Summer of Evil. I ended up playing something like 22 Resident Evil games, and this was the last second edition, and I was shocked by how good it looked and played. I expected the worst thing ever, and it wasn't even the worst RE game I played. So why is it in this video? Well, there are a couple story threads to this game actually, which was surprising to me. Some of which I don't believe are referenced in any other game but are considered canon, such as Neo Umbrella experimenting with the C virus in the same base that was used in Code Veronica in Antarctica. 3A-7, yes, that is the name of the character we play in this, is basically put through trial after trial by the higher-ups at Umbrella Corps to test out equipment they designed. Though they weren't expecting 3A to survive, he managed to make it through the grueling test despite all the odds, and was even given the nickname of the new Grim Reaper. I wish there was more here to talk about. It mentions a few names, but they don't appear anywhere else in the franchise lore, and its story is thin at best. I think if they managed to bring in some compelling characters to the table, the game may have survived longer than it did. Could have helped if they used a main character with a real name. The community loved Hunk, so maybe establish a character on that level.
Alpha Team here. Respond.
For the most part, the game feels great. Seriously, it does. I know people shit on this game constantly, but in reality, none of these people, I think, played it. I have friends who shit all over this game. I'm friends with you on Steam. And homies, your ass never even touched it. You were told something is bad, therefore, it is, because big influencers said so. I'm still shocked to be saying this, but the game doesn't feel bad at all. Anytime I died, I feel like I deserved it for being so stupid. The zombie attacks do way more damage than the mainline game, so I feel like it could be rather cheap later on, but at the lower levels, it was perfect. When I died because I did something wrong. Plain enough. Well, Adam, you may be thinking, you've been talking awful positive about this game. Clearly, Onechanbara beats this game in the worst of the worst. Here's the thing though. Yes, the gameplay was good. It looked good and sounded good for the most part. I can only play half of the game. If I wanted to play all of Onechanbara, I can. I don't want to, but I can if I was so inclined. Unless I can convince a bunch of other people to buy the game and actually play it with me, I'm just gonna be out of luck. So even though I actually like the game, I can only grade on what I can play. Now, that may not seem fair, but the biggest point of the game was the multiplayer. And it doesn't seem to be a very robust system in there either. Customization was lacking, and there's only like 2 game modes. So, with great dismay, I have to say that this is basically giving the win to a game only because most of it is unplayable. Onechanbara is a game I can actually play the vast majority of, if my elbow doesn't give out. And with that, Umbrella Corps is the newest crown king of garbage. How can a game be worse than one you can't even really play? I have some ideas in that department, but
hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching.